So when a user asks any question to LLM, we know the LLM has been trained with some publicly available data, right? So the LLM can answer with its generic intelligence. Otherwise, if the LLM cannot answer with its generic intelligence, then we need to train this LLM with your organization's domain specific data by loading your documents using document loaders and then chunk the document. We have already learned different chunking methods in the previous lectures, right? And then we have seen how to create embeddings for these chunks, right? Because the LLM cannot understand text and it can only understand numbers, right? And then we have seen how to store these embeddings inside a vector database and provide access to this vector database to the LLM so the LLM can answer for any domain specific user question, right? And this process is called RAG, retrieval augmented generation, and we have seen this already, right? And then we have seen different prompt engineering techniques, that is how to ask a right question to get the right answer from the LLM, right? And then we have seen how to provide memory to an LLM so it can remember the context for any sequential questions, right? And tools and agents we will cover in the upcoming lectures. And now let's see chains, right? So what is a chain? We know LLM can do a single task, right? And chain is a wrapper. So by using chain, LLM can do different complex tasks together, right? So you can use just an LLM alone for simple applications, right? But for more complex applications, we need chaining LLMs, that is either with each other or with other components. We need to chain in order to build complex applications, right? So LangChain provides chain interface to build complex chained applications, right? And we define a chain as a sequence of calls to components, which can include other chains as well. So the objective of chain is it will make complex tasks simpler. That is, a chain can do a few simple tasks together. And we have several built-in chains available inside LangChain, which we will go through. Okay. So chain will allow us to combine multiple components together to create a single coherent application, right? And LangChain has 4 foundational chain types: LLM chain, router chain, sequential chain, transform chain. So LLM chain is nothing but a simple chain with a prompt template and that can process multiple inputs, right? And router chain, it is a gateway that uses the large language model, that is LLM, to select the most suitable processing chain. So depending on your input, it will try to route accordingly, right? And sequential chain, that is a family of chains which processes input in a sequential manner. That means the output of the first chain will be passed as the input to the second chain, and the output of the second chain will be passed as the input to the third chain, right? And so on. And transform chain, this is used to apply data transformations or data processing. For example, let's say if you want to do string manipulation, right? So that's when we use this transform chain. And these chains provide core building blocks for constructing complex workflows with large language models, LLMs, and other tools as well, right? And in the upcoming lectures, we will see implementing different scenarios or projects by using these chains. So we will cover how to implement a single chain, simple sequential chain, math chain, RAG chain, router chain, LLM router chain, SQL chain, and we will also see how to deep dive other different chain types depending on your requirements by going to the LangChain documentation. So we will cover how to implement different scenarios by using these different chain types. All right. Thank you.